this computer. Yep.
Welcome everybody to the JJRednFred podcast. This is episode, what is it, 9 or 8? I keep
8.
forgetting. Number 8, right? Is it 8?
Yep, I believe so.
Man, we've been rolling through them, man. How y'all doing?
Good. How about yourself, man?
Going on?
Yes, I'm great, man. Justin, what's up? What's going on, Red? How you feeling, man?
Shit, I'm glad to get in some air. It's hot. It's hot.
I know, right? It is hot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's hot.
I took my dog for a walk just a second ago, man, and I come back in. I said,
oh man. I think I'm gonna need to get me one of them, tell you the truth. I've been
yeah, man.
Human. Them Newports ain't doing no damn good. No.
Oh, you still smoking them Newports, man?
Look, I'm trying. I'm mentally trying to do it, but it ain't. I don't know. I got a brick up here or something, man.
It's tough.
I'm ready to give me a tank.
Yeah. Oxygen. I need the oxygen. You know
Yeah.
Yeah. Winded.
Get you an oxygen tank, huh? Yeah, man. Yeah, I see a lot of those oxygen tanks in the medical field, man. And old people, older people just be rolling around with them, man. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man, for that air, man.
They got them in purse now. They got a little
purse, yeah.
Little purse, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, how you doing, Jeremy? You doing okay, man? Other than trying to catch your breath with them Newports?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah. I'm trying to do that.
Yeah.
Start jogging. Now, man, I've been my schedule been early.
Yeah, right.
I've been hitting it about 4 a.m. in the morning every morning. I got to get up at 3 in the morning. But days go. I get up early, but my days end fairly, early too. So
right.
Yeah, I'm good though. Blessed, man. Blessed.
That's good, man. That's awesome. Jason, how about yourself, man? You've been having to work a lot lately too.
Yep.
Oh, you get some days off?
I'm glad I'm on days off. Shit.
Oh, yeah.
I was this close to telling these motherfuckers they can have this. I was getting heated, boy.
Yeah, sometimes you want to, right? Sometimes work does that to us, You just want to, man, I'm tired, and then somebody look at you wrong, or a customer or a patient or whatever the case may be, man. And the weather don't help nothing when it's hot like it is.
Right?
Yeah, I didn't do nothing. I don't think I left the house yesterday. I didn't have no energy.
Yeah, no energy, huh? Yes, that sun is like draining.
For sure.
Jeremy, you've been out there in it too,
Every day, man. Yeah, out there on that location. It's hot out there, man. It's hot.
Yeah.
Too many cats out there too moving around for me, man. They didn't make it hotter for me. I'll be like, man, that's a lot of people. But I got the convenience of staying in my truck though too.
Yeah,
I do have space in there, but I do have to jump out, and it just
right.
Yeah, it's hot out there, man. It's hot out there. Plenty of water. A little pickle juice or whatever. Yeah, stay hydrated, and because I've seen people fall smooth the fuck out. Just like,
right.
Yeah.
Falling out.
Lock up though.
Be like Fred said. Arthritis, yeah. I got arthritis. Yeah.
You come up with this.
Hey, look, they be out there doing too much physical labor. I'll be like, I got a CDL, can't do labor. I'll be telling them real quick, I'm going back to the truck.
Hey, I like it.
I thought he was throwing gang signs at him. Locked up.
Like, I don't know that shit.
I ain't cripping. I don't gang bang.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's good to see you guys back. I know we haven't met in a little bit, so man, it's great to see you guys. Okay, I know we all got lives and stuff to attend to, so but hey, man, this thing is rolling smooth along, man. People are still subscribing and people still listening to us, so we just want to make sure that we're still doing this thing. I'm really proud of what we're doing. And so congratulations to us, you know. I think that
Oh,
we
yeah.
have a beautiful path laid out for us. And as long as we just keep on going, I think it's going to be good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For sure, man. For sure. Just gotta keep pushing.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Hey, what did y'all hear about in the news? I think I heard it today. What would you do? This maid found she was cleaning a bedroom, and I think they were taking the bed apart in the room in the hotel, and she found, I want to say, $250,000 stuffed.
Oh yeah, and the bed frame. Yeah,
Yes,
just slap full of money.
slap
Yeah, I
full of
saw
money.
that.
It was like
Yeah.
$250 or $650,000. Was that somebody's wife? Somebody heard some numbers. Somebody said money.
Yeah. All right. All right. Yeah.
Oh man, yes, it was 650,000 or 250,000, but it was a lot. Man, it was so much money, man.
Was it just her that found it? Was it just she
I
had
don't
somebody?
know. Well, I'm assuming she was probably with someone because she turned it in.
She turned it in, yeah.
Yeah, she turned it
It could
in.
have been me.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. It was never there. It was never there.
Yeah, it was never there. Hey, I'd come back later on that night and just go ahead and duffel bag it up.
Yeah.
I might not have got all of it. I got some of it.
You'd have walked out. You'd have walked out of there with something on.
Yeah, man.
1,000. I would have like here. I found $1,000 in his bedroom here.
And look, I ain't found nothing. I ain't found nothing. I'm getting some of the extra trash bags. I'm gonna put like cart right there where they trash.
Oh, that's a good idea.
The trash bag, throw it in there, stuff it.
Already.
Yeah, we're going. I'm taking this out to the trash. You know
right.
Take it out there for real. Take it out there. Don't throw it in the trash can. Throw it behind the trash can, and then
Yes.
Look,
I used to work sanitation, I used to find money. I used to find money all the time. Like a buddy of mine that used to be a driver, he found some money stuffed in a mattress. He said he found like $600 stuffed in a mattress. And one day I found this. It looked like a jewelry box, and it had like nothing but quarters in it. It had like at least $15 or $20 worth of quarters, and old quarters and new quarters and stuff. I was like, man, somebody threw this out. But man, you find all kinds of stuff.
Fred, didn't you find a diamond ring one time?
I did. Now listen. Now I'm going to tell the story, but the thing is, I don't know the person anymore. So y'all listeners, I don't know how to reach them. Okay. So the story goes.
You don't know him. How that work? You don't know him anymore. You used to
listen to the story. All right. So,
what kind of shit is that?
So the story goes. So I used to ride the bus when I lived somewhere. I used to ride the bus for a year, and I was like, man, I really need a car. And so one day, one of my coworkers, she says, hey, I have a car that you can buy. And she sold this car to me for like $300. I'll never forget it. It was an old 91 Oldsmobile or something. Anyway, I had this car for a very long time. Cleaning out the car when I first got it, I found a ring. It was dirty. It was like it had all kinds of random stuff on it. But I put this ring up in one of my junk drawers. Fast forward, at least 6 years later, I started working for a jewelry store. It dawned on me I have this ring. I said, I wonder if this ring is real. So I took this ring to my job. I sent it out to get appraised, and I tested it first at the store, and with the diamond test, and it was like ding green, ding green, ding green. I was like, oh, this is real. Okay, let me send it out and see how much this thing is worth.
Yeah.
I got the estimate how much it was worth. This ring was worth $3,000.
Damn.
$3,000. I bought this car for like $300. I didn't know I had this ring, right? I just remember putting it up in a bunch of pennies and stuff like that in a junk drawer. And fast forward, I had this ring. It was worth $3,000.
Oh,
$3,000. So
Damn.
yeah.
Great.
Yeah, so I don't have it anymore. That's why I say I don't know the person anymore who I bought the car from. I don't talk to them, so I don't know. People gonna be like, "Why you didn't return it? Why you didn't return it?" I don't know them anymore.
Already.
This is 6 years later, so I don't know the people anymore.
That's a good find. That's a good find.
That's right.
It was, man.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, it was a blessing.
I'm trying to find out I'm trying to find out how much that is back there.
That's real?
That's one of my finds. Yeah, that's one of my finds right there.
Really nice, man.
I need to send it off and get it appraised, like you said, or go get it looked at. But
yeah,
it's right.
But yeah, go ahead.
Hey, you ever watch those antique shows?
Man, look, I done tried to get it on there and everything. Man, they was up here in Arkansas. And I tried to fill out the paperwork and all that. So we did fill it out and was waiting back and stuff, but we never heard anything back. Yeah. But I don't know.
I never had no really come up like that. Yeah, that was my first real come up.
Yeah, that's a win. That's a nice find right there. Nice find.
Yeah,
my come up was on all them old coins I found in that glove compartment.
Oh yeah, you found a bunch of coins.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's the same ones that I accidentally caught on fire.
Jeremy melted them down.
I thought I was burning stuff, man, and boy, the coins in there, boy. Justin, I was sick. Justin was sick.
Damn it, man.
Man, boy, I was like really, it was an accident, and I felt bad.
Right.
Felt bad like love, man. Because he loved collecting coins, man. When he was young, man, he collected them coins, and he had some value to it too,
I think
I get you a coin collection one day. Huh?
I think Uncle Harry gave us an Elizabeth coin. It was $50, $1.
Yeah, half dollar, something like that. Yeah.
My grandmother had when I was a kid. My grandmother, I remember she had this boyfriend. I don't know how old I was, and he had this metal detector, and so we didn't know it, until we got older. But he said, "Oh, y'all, me and my sisters, y'all go look for treasure, with this metal detector outside." And we're little, young, we're like, "Oh," and then it starts beep 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 beep. It starts going off and stuff. And then he said, "All right, y'all dig." And so my sisters and I were just digging. We're digging and stuff, and there was this old box, like treasure box. And he had put a bunch of coins and stuff in there for us. And I was so excited. I thought I had found this hidden treasure, right? And I'm like, "Man, look, got the treasure."
That's one thing I wanted to do is get a
metal detector.
Yeah.
Old folks
buried
a lot of
money
stuff with those.
Yeah, back in the day, old folks is how they didn't do it. The bank, they buried a lot of their money.
Buried their money,
right?
Yeah, on the property out there, the old, where all out there. Leroy House and all that back over where them old houses is back behind Brandy, where Brandy stayed. Yeah.
And people in California found 10 million in gold coins.
What?
On a walking trail, 5 barrels full.
Wow.
Gold coin.
That's some of that old Jesse James loot right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Gold coin.
Somebody, Wild Wild West out there. Somebody,
Yeah, that's
wired up. Missed that one.
Did y'all some years ago? I heard about this story about this older couple that lived off the beach. A bunch of drugs washed up in front of their house. It was like millions of dollars worth of drugs washed up by their house, and they turned it in.
Yeah,
I remember that. So, saying that, I would do the same thing now. I'm going. I did a lot of stuff when I was younger, so I don't know, man. Me and my people probably would have had a really nice party.
Yeah.
I'm a changed man now, so
right.
Oh yeah.
Steve, like what Steve Harvey say, I ain't quite there yet.
Right.
Quite there yet. Yeah.
Still working on me.
Yeah.
He's still working on me.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's hilarious, man.
Right.
Hey man, I wanted to talk about something. There was this, we're all in relationships and married and stuff and been in previous relationships, whatever, from our past. How do you communicate with the people you love? Because I found myself, in a situation recently trying to communicate with a loved one, and there was a disconnect. And so it's like, how do you communicate with the person that you love or a friend or a family member? And when it's like they ain't listening to you, she or he ain't listening to you, or they not listening to you. Man, how do you go about doing that, man? Because
you put it out there, right? You put it out there. If they're not receptive to it, what can you do? You can't make them listen.
Right.
But you put it out there. They heard you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're choosing not to respond or be receptive. So.
True.
What you got to say? You got Ray got something to say. What you got to say about that?
Well, I know 9 times out of 10, 9 times out of 10, my wife is right. we're bumping heads, and I just don't say nothing.
Oh,
I don't communicate.
That's the best way to communicate. Just
right.
Don't say nothing.
Oh my gosh.
My wife said that don't help though.
Don't help.
That'll make it worse.
Already. Hey, a woman
Oh,
will
50-50 chance there is either going to make it worse,
or
it's going to start an argument.
Yeah. Well, but let me ask y'all this though. I hear what you're saying, Justin. 9 times out of 10, they're right. But at what point do we try to? At what point do we listen, and what point do they listen? Even though in the back of our minds, we know that, you know what, I'm going to pause because this is going to further make this an argument, or do you just let it go? So is it worth it, or is it that's just how it's got to be,
Well, when you
speak on it.
You gotta listen. I mean, you gotta listen as well as you want to be heard.
Right.
Makes sense. You gotta listen, and you gotta be open. I mean, you gotta be open to what's being said to you too. You know what I mean? And with that, you just gotta. I mean, you ain't always gonna be right. They ain't always gonna be right. You gotta find that medium to where you both come to understanding, and you win some, you lose some. And like Red said, I mean, I'm hard-headed. I don't give a damn if you're right or not. I'm gonna say what I need to say. You're gonna shut the fuck up, listen. I'm gonna hear you out.
Right.
You probably is gonna be right, but you still gonna hear me out. This is how I feel. So you ought to be able to respect it and at least hear me out.
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
But some people, that's what your significant other, your real, your loved one or whatnot. But then some people, I mean, you can advise. Go ahead, Red.
You can't make that person feel like they're being attacked, neither.
Yeah.
When you're talking to them, you gotta.
I've been known because the way I put it out there and the way I come across when I have something to say, of attacking somebody,
sure, right,
because of my tone, or like I can't, like with the girls, I mean, I can't get on their ass like I get on them or communicate with them, like, you know what I mean? Even with the boys,
right.
I got to be a little bit more, subtle with the girls versus
right.
boys, because I'm gonna talk that way to them boys because they gonna know them. I mean, in order to get that same point across to the girls, I got to be a little bit more subtle. You know, I can't. What you say, Red?
And hit them boys in the chest.
Oh yeah, I busted the hell out of them. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. Bust them up.
Twice.
Yeah.
But you know, you got to, and then there's a time too, you know, that a lot of people, you know, in communicating with somebody, and you can put your experiences out there or whatnot, but when, you know, when somebody, a lot of people just really need to be heard, you know.
Right.
And
Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah. Just like Justin said, if you just sometimes sit back and just take the kind of solemn route on it and not be so all in the face with it, you get more results. You get more results. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely about the delivery, I guess you can put it.
Yes.
Deliver the message.
And I've had to learn that. I've learned that. I have had to learn it the hard way. Well, I think we all.
Yeah. Right.
I see it in them kids, man, because I was like this with Brennan a certain way. Like Maddie, and then he right here like this, and I learned, you know, from each kid. Okay, so and then Maddie being the girl, or you know, and with Chloe and Xander too. You know what I mean? It's like you said, the overall deliverance. And you know, you got and you know, it just depends on what the topic is too. You know,
right.
How
it's about
how you know, if you sit up here trying to tell me you know, sell me some wolf tickets or something like that, then
right.
No, I'm full force. But if you know, when it comes to, you know, because I'm learning how to do this, you know, say with the girls, like
right.
Me and Maddie bumped heads and we didn't talk for a hot minute.
I
mean, so I had to, when I got that back, I had to, you know, walk lightly around that. Now,
yeah.
You know, but I have to walk lightly around it. And you know, it's a learning process for me too, because I ain't never had no 16-year-old girl. You know what I mean? So I had to,
right. Is she 16 now?
Yeah, she'll be 16. So
oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. I didn't know that. That's time. Sorry.
Right. Fix his move.
Yeah.
The time is just like flying. You just said she's 16
you know,
now.
But I talk to her like I talk. I mean, I talk to her like I talk to her. I don't. You know, she know what it is. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm proud. I'm proud of them. You know.
Right.
But it's just, you know, you, like I said, you gotta, when it comes to communicating, you know, it's I came up, man, I did a lot of listening. I listened, you know, and I learned how to, you know, the older cats, how they, you know, communicate and go, or somebody that, you know, that you notice, that you look up to, how they conduct themselves or how they conduct their business or whatnot, and just, you know, so you know what I mean? But
yeah. So, excuse me, Jason, do you think that, you know, say listening, you know, Jeremy, you say you listen now. You think that just comes with time, you know, with age, that we're able to listen more now than when we were younger?
It does. Because when you're younger, you wired up, ready to say something, ready for something to pop, you know.
You think you know it all. You don't know shit.
Know it all. Yeah.
Right.
You know, look at the dumb shit. Look at all the dumb shit. Just say me, for instance, did. You know, thinking I know it all, thinking it was, you know, that was you know, the way to go, and it just fulfilling void time or whatnot. Just, you know, just yeah, I think it comes with time, and of course age, and you know, just different experience, and you know, your mouth get you, mouth get you, you know, your mouth gets you in trouble.
Your mouth can get you, yeah, absolutely.
Overload that ass.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I seen.
So
I didn't. Go ahead.
No, do y'all think that it's possible that, you know, you know, what if the person that you're talking to, you know, is not growing, right? They're not maturing, they're not growing, they're not seeing things.
Some of them, you gotta let them find out the hard way. That's the only way they learn, is the hard way.
Yeah.
But also,
no, we're not speaking about anybody particular. I'm just kind of in general, you know, the people that we care about, the people we love, or whoever it might be, the close family members or relatives or whoever the case may be, just talking to someone we love, you know, getting that message across, like, okay, this is, you know, I want to communicate with you. This is how I feel. This is what I think, you know, trying to get your message across. And so that's the, I guess, the gist of it.
Yeah, just if they're not listening, not responding or whatever, just keep bringing it up. It depends on how much patience you got.
Yeah, patience, right. How much patience you got, and how much you're gonna put into it, and you know, overall, you know, when you care about somebody, and I think when somebody cares about you, they might not, you know, say, hey, I'm, you know, or just, you might not, I think they're listening. If you really truly care somebody and somebody and they're your friend or however it may be, or they know you and they know what you're about, and you speak on something that's concerning, or just or if it can be concerning, or just, you know, whatever. You know, I think you're gonna be heard. You know, just depending on what the topic is and what you're talking about, and how all that stuff flow right there, man. But you know, but definitely you know, talking and putting your not putting your beliefs, or, you know, just when you care about somebody and you
perspective.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah. And sometimes it's not necessarily the hard way that they learn it. Because sometimes you got to back away and just let them figure it out.
Oh, I like that. Sometimes you got to back away. Yeah.
Yeah. It ain't no use in just you know, butting heads, or not just butting heads, but just repeating yourself. And you see the same actions, or the same, you see it ain't going nowhere. And, you know, if you see it ain't going nowhere, then, I mean, you have to back away, like Red said. And you just have to, you know, they'll figure it out, man. Or either they will or they won't. You know, that's where you know, if it's real concerning, you know, that's when the prayer comes in.
And if they're ready to talk, they'll come to you because they heard you.
That's right.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
That's when you know, you was heard.
You got
yeah.
Right.
You know.
Let's I want to go back to you, Jeremy. You said something, you know, dealing with, you know, emotions and stuff. How do you deal with something, you know, when it comes to the family or friends, or you know, general broad? How do you deal with your emotions when something upsets you, or, you know, something pisses you off? How do we deal with that now? You know, like what is the process for that?
Dude, you got it, Jeremy?
No, go ahead. I'm listening to you. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah,
bro.
Jason, what do you got?
Man, you gotta. I'm learning this in class, right?
Right.
You gotta take time out for yourself. Go learn some breathing techniques. Do some meditation. I usually go out in the garage if I'm frustrated or whatever, and couple breaths, reflect on the situation, on the problem, calm myself down, and come back to the situation and address it.
Right.
Yeah. You want to address it calmly. I mean, you want to be, you know, you don't want to be all emotional.
You don't take it personal.
Was that
right?
You don't want to take it personal
as an attack or anything. Yeah.
No.
Right.
Yeah. Most of the stuff that we're dealing with and what we go through is it's all tests. It's you know, I ain't gonna say it's all out of our control, but a lot of it's out of our control, and just, you know, the initial response on it. And, you know, that's when you work on yourself. See, I mean, I have a lot of time like by myself, and
Right.
And I catch myself. I call it. I got a filtering mode. You know,
Right.
I'm in there by myself. I think a lot, and I just and I'll see, you know, certain situations. I can look back on them now, and where at first I was, you know, initially it pissed you off, or you hurt, or
Right.
But I can look back on certain situations now and be like, okay, that was probably the best thing. That was the best way for it to pan out like that. You know,
Right.
all that emotion that I put in it.
Yeah.
It was just it was
So you were reflecting.
Yeah. Reflecting. Yeah, that's AKA. That's what I call filtering. Yeah,
filtering. Yeah,
filtering out. Yeah,
I just call it filtering though, man. You know, because you know, it's just it's a daily process. I mean, it's a daily self-checking thing. You know what I mean?
There you go. There you go. Self-check-in, yeah.
You know, Justin, you said, you know, speaking about your wife, 99.9% she's right. You know, that's the whole thing that I say it too in my household as well. You know, like it just saves so much drama if I, you know, just agree, you know. So this is, I guess, at what point do you, I want to word this right because I know she's going to be listening. No, but at what point do you, yeah. But I want to know at what point do we as men and as husbands, we talk to our wives and communicate with our wives to I feel like I'm butchering the question, but let me just rewind. What's the best way to communicate with our wives, and when it comes in regards to understanding what we're trying to verbalize and what we're trying to say?
I always tell mine, you know, keep it don't bite your tongue. Tell me what's on your mind. And we know our wives, and like I know when something ain't right or there's something not necessarily wrong, but just out of, you know, something's on her mind or something. So I'll be like, let's okay, well let's talk about it. Let's, you know, what it is. And you know, don't have if it's something I've done, or if something is, you know, something she's not like going, and if I've done something, I'm like, look, don't wear your feelings on your shoulders. Let me know what's up. You know, tell me, keep it 100 with me. You know, and at the same time, go ahead, Red.
Make sure that you have each other's full attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Make sure you got each other's full attention,
and you're gonna be heard, and then she's gonna be heard.
Right.
Then you come to a, you know, a conclusion. You know what I mean?
The conclusion is she's right.
No. Not all the time. No.
Don't put that out there, man.
Ain't nobody perfect. But that's the easy way out. No. You know, like, right,
I mean,
and I pull that card sometimes too.
Sometimes I feel like my wife is attacking me.
Yeah.
I got eyes on you.
Yeah. Go ahead, Justin. Go ahead, Red.
You know, sometimes when me and my wife bump heads, I feel like I'm being attacked, and I go into the defense mode.
Right.
And I mean, we have to step back, or she steps back, and you know, explains, you know, I'm not attacking you. I'm just trying to understand and talk to you.
Yeah.
Right. So I know for a lot of us men, I know it's a big thing that our defense mechanisms. I used to do this. I used to shut down when I was younger.
Well,
I don't want to hear it.
I'm one of the world's worst.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. Don't talk to me about it. I you know, as I'm getting older now, I'm like, my communication skills have definitely improved, but there's still a part of me that ain't trying to hear it, because that's just, you know, there's that, I got that wall up of communicating.
Right.
You know, ain't trying to hear it. I ain't trying to hear that.
That's
Jason. Yeah, go ahead, Jason.
That's I did that a lot. It's called stonewalling, man.
Oh, okay.
I do it all the time. I did it all the time. You know, get away
right.
from it. And that's it's an acronym. It's called ANTS. 70% of our first thoughts are automatically negative.
Wow.
In a situation like that.
Right.
So
wow, dang, that's a high percentage. This automatic. You're right, though. I believe it.
I believe that. Yeah.
Yep. And when it comes to arguments and stuff, there are such things as healthy arguments. Learn how to have a healthy argument.
Yes.
Right.
You know? You get heated, take a time out.
Throw some water in.
Be gone.
Hey, you know what, man? I got. This is what I do when we're arguing, my wife and I, man. We're arguing, and when I know she mad at me, I look around. You hungry?
Hey, that fixes everything, though. Right. You hungry? Baby, what you want to eat tonight? You want
to eat chili? I like to cook for her, and she knows it. So I'm like, you hungry? Let me cook for you. So
get your ass out the doghouse, dude.
Right. Cook you something real quick.
Heck yeah.
No, that's a good, saying. Stonewalling. I've never heard that name before.
I hadn't never heard that either. But I'll get like that when I'm like, after we done heard each other and it's going back.
Right.
You ain't getting nowhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't doing this. No. I'm not doing, because I don't. You got, look. Okay, so this is what I've learned. Like right now, you cannot allow yourself to get to a certain point. You have to be like, okay, this is okay. If it ain't, but I didn't used to be like that. But
right.
I've come to I was like, you know what, man, I ain't know, why? You know what I'm saying? Why? Why I get it to that level? So I'll let myself get to a certain point, and that's when I'll do the Stonewall thing. I'm like, okay, all right, I'm seeing what I had to say, man. You can sit here and talk to that fist. Shit.
Right.
I tell hey, look, I tell her all the time, look, because she don't argue. She's very, very opinionated, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that
right?
Yeah. Oh man, boy. And I'm just like,
you're the same way. You're very opinionated too, Jeremy. So I can only assume.
Look, I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn, and she's a Scorpio.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about the signs, but I just know you opinionated too. So
yeah. But now when it comes to her, because I don't want to see her upset.
Right.
I want to see her out of her character, any unhappy, nothing like that. You know what I mean? Right. But and now she ain't always right. They ain't always right. Sometimes it's a growing thing. Now don't sit there. That's the easy way to do, to walk out. Now, hell no, they ain't always right. Look, you better put your motherfucking foot down and be like, okay, baby, there's something. Okay, and you have facts. Women, you gotta have them facts.
Receipts.
Hell yeah, you better have some receipts.
Like receipts.
When you come and trying to check a woman, you better have your shit together.
Right. Yeah.
I'll be recording my shit. Look, maybe you see it.
Hey,
what you said.
That's a good idea.
I record my shit. Talking about shit on snow. You up here snowing like a 3-4. You snowing all kind of wood up here. But no, it's respect. It's not to degrade or none of that shit. I tell her, I don't want, don't feel comfortable in front of me. If you feel comfortable, if you feel uncomfortable around me, something wrong. I mean, I'm not fixing to. I ain't fixing to jump out of character like that. You shouldn't have to with anybody you care about. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now the respect deal. There is a deal about a respect, and a man, like a woman, needs to be respected. But and a lot of these relationships, you don't have that. They don't have
that. Absolutely.
They over here hiding stuff and this and that. Huh?
Respect now is out the window.
Yeah. In a lot of relationships. Not over here. It ain't. I don't. It ain't over here now. We good. Everything. And but if you want, you gotta
give it.
Gotta give it.
Yeah.
So
earn, not given. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's why I'm like, I'm all for an open line of communication. Like we don't, even with the kids, man, we don't sugarcoat nothing.
Right.
And because I don't want them coming to sugarcoat nothing for me. I want them to address it to me how it is. You know what I'm saying? So, and I found that, I've seen like with being the kids grow. They know what we expect. They know what we've been through. They know, and these other, they peers and shit's being sheltered and stuff like that. And our kids are like, really, y'all, that's life. There ain't nothing bad, but it's different. It's different for everybody. But I think just keeping it 100 and hearing, listening, and then responding and seeing if you're being heard. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In order to get through somebody. If not, you just plant that seed and show that concern, or speak your if they're willing to listen, speak your piece. plant that seed, and like you said, like Jason, like just walk away.
That communication.
Yeah, go ahead, Rick.
Excuse me. That communication you speak of, dealing with our kids as well, right?
Oh, most definitely.
Communicating with our children and stuff like that, along with our spouses and stuff like that. Do you think that when we're communicating with our children, we have to, you said tread lightly, it's different from different, different levels, right? With the oldest, the middle, and the youngest, right?
Yeah, but you got a command voice too, where you lock the whole house down.
Right.
When you communicate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But yes, there's different levels, but you got an ultimate voice to where, hey, we shut out. I mean, everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or if you have to get like that. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But the thing is, though, as you know, times have changed. Times is changing. The kids that are growing up now, along with ours and everybody else's, things are so different now because they have the world at their palms, right? They have all this technology and resources that it's not as easy to communicate with those things, or is it?
It just depends on how you look at it. To me, all this technology, they got the world at their fingertips, but this technology in these video games is dumbing our kids down. It's dumbing them down. Yeah. They don't know how to get out here and speak out in public. They don't know. They really don't know that they're being entertained, and it's.
Do you think they're? But do you think so? Because I mean, you think they're? I mean,
look at our kids, man. They don't do nothing but come in and eat a Pop-Tart. Fucking video
we
game.
know that. Yes, we know that they're physically less likely to go outside, but they're. I think the opposite. I think yes, on that aspect, that yes, they are most likely not to be physically active. We know that, right? But I think when it comes to what's up here, I think a lot of them are intelligent because man,
I'm not saying they're not intelligent.
I know that, but I'm just saying I think there's a level of street smarts out the window, of course, right? Because they're not outside, right? But I'm talking about with like the book stuff or the tech, like what?
Oh yeah,
all that technical stuff and what you do on Fortnite, and you got to do this and build this to do all that. No, that's good. But that ain't shit if you ain't got common sense, son. You ain't got no common sense at all.
Yeah,
that shit don't mean nothing.
Right?
It don't.
You got to have common sense.
Yeah. I mean, you can be a brainiac all day long, but if you don't know how to, go pay a bill or something, or just common sense. I mean, it's all. What is it all for? I think this game, the way it's set up, man, the whole system, the way it's been set up. I mean, we could get all into that, man. But this is not. This is just This is a joke. It's a joke. We're supposed to be way more ahead of where we at than
where we're at now. Right.
Right.
And it's a shame. And I'm sitting there saying this and whatnot. I do allow them to play that game and stuff, but a lot of it, it's out of my control too.
And that's where let's circle back now.
That's out of my control.
Let's circle back to this. You say a lot of it's out of your control, but is it, or do we allow things to just happen, right? Because we don't want to argue, or do we not want to?
I'm speaking for me. I'm speaking for me personally.
What about you, Jason? What you out to say, Jason?
Pertaining to to the video games and stuff like that?
I suppose so. What you're talking about, Jeremy? You said you just allow them to play. Yeah, I mean,
they play. They play. They got, but we got the time's limited and all that.
Oh,
that's why we do. We're giving the time limit.
And we got a time limit. Like right now, bedtime. They go to bed.
Right. Okay.
Chores and all that. They ain't
like you do have control.
Yeah, I got control of it. But then again, I mean, I got as much control as. I guess what I'm trying to say is.
Yeah, go ahead. Be careful now.
Yeah.
This is the topic though. This is the conversation, right? We're talking about communicating with our loved ones, right? This is what is so tiptoeish, right? Because we don't want to upset the people we love. We don't want to hurt the people we love and our spouses and our kids and those things like that. That's the conversation, is how do we communicate with our partners and our loved ones to get to the point where, okay, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Don't take offense to it, but this is how I feel and this is my viewpoint on it. And so, right, how do I say that?
Prime example yesterday. Xander comes out there yesterday. Him and Boogie's on his game. They, you know, and he breaks down his valid points on why he likes the game, because he can communicate with his friends. It's a new communication tool for these kids because they're, you know, it's everybody's online. They're in it, you know, and they're communicating versus, you know, and then they'll have a phone. Well, the thing was, he was wanting to, because they'll come and hit me up every once in a while. Oh man, there's a new skin and this and that. Oh, you know,
I know it.
I don't give two shits about no skin. I don't give two shits about spending no money on no buying no skin, because that skin gonna keep your interest in for 5-10 minutes with all the 30 skins, and you don't want to do. See, the games now is that's what I told him. I said these games now are designed for kids like y'all to come and for me to spend money.
Right, to be addictive as well.
I said, when we got a game, we got the game, and we completed the game. But the platform ain't like that nowadays. I mean, you can get the game, but these platforms is, you know, these skins or these, you know, these packs they get to buy and this and that.
Right. I never thought about it like that.
You can buy them straight up. You can buy them straight up, but you can also play your ass off and earn them games. Earn them. That's what, you know, that's what we was, you know, but you know, everybody dumping out. So you sitting here thinking, I don't think this. And I told him, I said, man, I don't care who you are, what your little homeboy kind of skins you got. I said, no, man. I said, you think about this. Every time I put down on the skin, I mean, that could be in, you know, less food you eat.
Sure.
You know, or you know, you could put that money up and
save it for something better. Something.
You're gonna be. I said you're gonna be 16 one day. You can be putting that money up on the car.
Sure.
I said put that money in a piggy bank. You know, let it collect for you know, 4 or 5 years, and then bust it open. You got, you know what I'm saying? But I broke it down to him, and I told him, I had to tell him. I said I will not. I mean, I will not spend my money buying skins or you know, every other week you want me to buy a skin, and no,
it adds up. Yeah, if you're a parent that does it, it adds up for sure.
You're not sitting in front of that TV that long to even. No, it's not gonna happen. You know? So you know, and I told him, I said, hey man, you're not. I don't want you to think you that I'm just getting on you and nothing like that. I said, I want you to ask me questions. I said, so I can explain to you my reasoning, and I'm gonna hear you out too. And he was listening to me. He's like, well, you know, the reason I really like to, you know, to get on there and play and is so I can communicate. And my friends are on there and stuff like that, you know. And I said, I respect that, you know, but it's limited. Time's limited, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I had to. Okay. We were raised with certain type of parents, right? And then that has trickled down to us how we raise our children. But I believe that we have also kind of changed a little bit what our parents taught us, right? Yes, we got the blueprint, but I believe that we're changing, you know, in certain areas to navigate, you know, parenthood and stuff like that. I recently had to have a talk with my son as well, you know, about manners, right? You know, I think that a lot of kids are, you know, he asked me, this is one thing one thing I don't like, never have. And so it's when I say your name, you say, yeah.
No, it's a yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. I don't like it. It just makes me cringe, you know. And I don't know. It's just a thing that, you know, I don't, you know, I get other kids doing it, sure, but my child, it just makes me cringe when I hear it. You know, it's like when he says, yeah. And I have to have a talk with him about it. You know, he says, well, Dad, why is that such a big deal? And I said, okay, listen, I'm trying to explain to him about manners and respect and understanding the place. And I have a great relationship with my son. So, and this is the thing, we talked about it, you know, which was awesome. We talked about it because in his eyes, yes, he knows I'm dad, right? But why am I doing this? Right? He knows I'm dad. He knows, hey, I'm fun. I do these things. But why am I saying that? So we had to have a conversation. Okay, this is why. I'm trying to teach you something for later on. You know, I say you might not see it now, but that's the thing. I'm trying to teach you something.
Yeah.
Now, speaking on that, this is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets tricky. This is speaking to our loved ones, right? How do we communicate that to our partners, right? What I'm trying to do.
Right.
If you have what you're trying to do, and I'm trying to do what I need to do, right? How do we communicate to our partners, okay, this is what I'm trying to do, but it's only good if you just listen. If you don't have to reply back, just listen for a second. And so I think that's a big communication. How do we cross that line to understand, like, okay, because it can be an issue, right? We all know, we all have kids, we all are married and stuff. It can be an issue on trying to teach your child, one thing, or the mom trying to teach them one thing. Maybe you not agree with that. That is a huge thing.
To me, that's where I say you have to have understanding on both sides. There has to be a medium right there.
Mutual agreement.
You got to be heard, and you have to listen, but you have to take both sides and come to a medium. Respect both sides of the spectrum right there.
Yeah.
And you have to come to a medium when it comes, because as long as you're teaching righteousness and I fully believe that when you're teaching somebody, that's what it's going to be about.
Right.
When it comes to parenting, because I'm going to tell you what, it's been you get like with me and Rochelle, two different kids, sets of kids, co-parenting, like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm telling you, that is
it's a trial. It's a trial. It is a trial.
Yeah, boy.
It's a trial.
Yeah, but it's something that we both want to do, that we're gonna do. We're not gonna let that hinder us. So we have to overcome these obstacles and stuff when it comes to when it comes to our kids, certain kids, and having to get, as far as when they're together too, they get along great and whatnot. But you still know that there's just, there's just something there.
Right.
It's just due to the circumstances of each kid, So,
wow. Yeah.
But you have to, and it's like with me and her. I'll listen to her, and she throws her points and her facts out there. I do the same, and we come to we make that the ultimate goal.
Right.
It's not to disagree. It's to come to some form of agreement and to move forward. Not stay stagnant. That's very important, man. You cannot keep bumping heads on it and this and that.
You don't argue. Don't argue in front of the kids, and don't disagree in front of the kids.
Yeah, no, because the kid eventually gonna catch wind of that and play you.
Sure, absolutely.
Right.
Like said, it's like they said, it's okay to have a healthy conversation or a healthy argument, and like I said, if you get heated, but those are the rules. Neither one is allowed to. And when you feel yourself get heated, they're like, and I'm learning this myself. I feel
right.
It's time for you personally to back up. You know what I mean?
Well, if you do that, if you are arguing and disagreeing in front of the kids, that kid is going to figure that out, and then he or she will be having you the parent against the parent.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Playing against each other.
Yeah.
Right.
So communication, I mean, it has to be you have to come in with an open-minded man that you're not going to be agreeable all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Know that you are a person, you do deserve the respect of being heard, as does the other party.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to take that in. You have to take that in consideration. But the ultimate goal is to find a solution on it. You know
Right.
what I mean? Not to
Absolutely.
not all this back and forth shit. Back and forth shit.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what I need to say, and I expect to be heard. And if I have to repeat myself because you might have missed something, I'll do that. But as far as repeat myself over and over again or keep bumping heads about it, I don't come to a point in my life, man. I done had too much of that. I mean, that's why I got all these knots on my head.
Yeah. Bumping heads, right.
I ain't doing it. I ain't wasting my time. I ain't doing it. That ain't even worth my breath, man. You know.
Jason, do you think that you're a better communicator now than you were 5 years ago?
Oh, for sure. For sure. More open, better communicator. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I said before I was stonewalling, dude. I was
right.
Oh, you mad? I ain't talking to your ass then.
Right. Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
That's the truth. Yeah, I did the same thing. Yeah. I shut down.
Yeah.
I was shut down, not want to listen to anything. And so I'm learning. I'll tell you what, man, about 2 years ago, my wife and I went through something, and we broke through that barrier that we've been together. You know, you guys, how long I've been with my wife, for like going on 14, 15 years, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But better get it right.
No better, boy. That's an ass whooping right there.
Well,
we was together 14 years. We've been together 16 years. You're mad, boy. I look. And don't never be afraid to say, I don't know, man. They ask me all the time. When was this? What was this? And I don't remember all that right now. I go to work every day. Hell,
right. I got to rest. But 2 years ago, though, you know, you guys know. But the thing is, there was a breakthrough with our communication, and it happened 2 years ago. I mean, it took me and her to finally, like, I mean, it's something just unlocked for both of us. You know, I think that we both had this wall of like, yes, I hear it, but I'm not really sold on it. But, you know, but 2 years ago, it clicked. Something happened. It clicked. I'm thankful for it that we have the best conversations, you know, and we talk things out more thorough now. And so, but I'm thankful that, you know, that we're at that point, but it takes time. Like you said, Jason, you're totally different from you were 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And Justin, you are too, you know.
Oh, definitely.
It takes time. And Jeremy, I know, you know, I talk to you quite often.
Oh, yeah.
Jeremy, you have changed tremendously throughout the years, and you know you've matured. We all have.
Joker did a 180, bud.
Yes, you have, man, and I commend you, man. I cannot speak so, like, I give you guys a round of applause for the men that you have all grew up to be, and I'm glad that we all got to witness it. Yes, we all went through something. Sure, we all grew up, and we've seen a lot. You know, there's things that, Jeremy, you've seen that we will never understand. I'm sure of it. Justin, you've seen things that we will probably never know about and understand. Yeah. Jason, the same goes for you. Yep. There's this thing, but we've all come to this place that we are now communicating better. We're now seeing things in a different view. And I think that is making us better husbands. And better fathers. So with that, I will say thank you everyone for joining the JJRednFred podcast. This is the #1 podcast that you guys don't even know about. Oh, really? Thank you. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the share. Please follow us. Man, I tell you, this has been a great conversation. Thank you guys. I will see. I want to even. This is such a good conversation, a great topic to talk about. Yeah. Man, might bring it up on the next podcast. But thank you guys. Thank y'all so much. Hit the like button. It takes 2 seconds, right?
Yep.
Bam, like that. Yeah.
And make sure to comment. Red reads them, right? Red.
Yeah.
Yeah, read them.
Yeah, share the comments. We love to hear from everybody that's out there. Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Jeremy Red. We'll holler at you guys on the next podcast. Thank you.
All right, brother.
Peace.
Peace.